Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me today. I'm joined by Jim Balet, who's the president of Cool Pair Plus. Jim, how are you today?
Doing well, Phil. Thanks so much for asking, and thanks for including us in this series you're doing. I think it's great that everyone has a chance to see their friends from the industry.
You know, Jim and I have spent a lot of time together at different events, and he's a sort of a Renaissance man and an interesting guy. Jim, where are you right now? Are you at home, and what's going on with the company?
Well, Phil, I have I'm in my my local office in Pittsburgh. I have an office there which is separate from the company's main operations in Illinois, and so I'm in my office by myself. And in Illinois, we have operations continuing. As you know, we do cold head compressor repair in our depot, our repair depot, and then we do field service on MRI magnets. And in Illinois, we have anyone who can work from home is working from home. And then the folks who are technicians who are repairing equipment, they still come in, but we split our workforce in half. And one half comes in the morning from 6 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon, and the other half comes in from 2 until 10. And that way there's only half as many people in the office and in the workshops, and so we're able to maintain a little bit more distancing. So that's been it's been good in a lot of ways, in as much as we've kept everybody healthy and we've had no illness in the company. And it's actually a little more productive when we track how much productive work gets done and how many things get fixed. It's actually a little bit higher now than when everybody's in there together. So it's an interesting time.
Now, you also have an operation where you remote monitor MRI. That business probably hasn't changed at all. You continue to remote monitor. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep, that business hasn't changed at all. The only thing that's even a little bit different is that, you know, we're constantly adding new sites for customers, and we've been, you know, on hiatus as far as that goes. We haven't been able to get in to hospitals to add new monitoring systems. We still get in to do corrective service. When something needs to be fixed, we're still able to gain access, but we haven't been gaining access to install new monitors. So we're looking forward to that when that frees up a little bit.
Now, part of your business, I know, involves sending components to hospitals or to your field service team. Has logistics been a problem for you?
There's been some minor hiccups in terms of deliveries delayed through FedEx or another courier service, but for the most part, it's been almost business as usual. Obviously, you know, the delivery services on the consumer side are seeing their volumes increase significantly, but a lot of the business-to-business stuff is down significantly, and I think that's caused them to adjust their networks. But it hasn't been too bad, and we do still have our field service engineers traveling, and they're able to still, you know, get around where they need to get. You know, there's fewer flight options and that kind of thing. It's a little less convenient, but it's still possible.
Now, do you notice people in the Pittsburgh area, or is everyone wearing masks, or are they relaxed in that capacity?
I live in a small suburb of Pittsburgh, and I've not been into the city at all since this started. So in my little suburb, on the street, maybe 10% of the people wear masks. In a store, 100% of the people wear masks. And by a store, you know, the grocery store. And then there's a kind of coffee store that allows you to come in and take out. 100% of the people in those stores are wearing masks. But on the street, not everyone. But it's not very crowded. And so, you know, there's plenty of space between people on the sidewalks.
So, Jim, you're an analytical guy. How do you think the virus is going to change both healthcare delivery and our economy in the future, in the short-term future and the medium-term future?
Yeah. I wish I knew for sure, Phil, but I think the next couple 3 months are going to be people are going to have to figure out how to get a little more active in terms of commerce and in terms of getting out in daily life. We can't all stay home, indefinitely. I think we're going to see people obviously reluctant to travel the way they did, to get on planes the way they did, to go to theaters, concerts, into restaurants. All that is going to take a long, long time to come back. But I think we're going to see little by little, people are going to feel like they need to get their hair cut, so they're going to take a chance and go to the barbers when they open up, that kind of thing. Over the long term, I still think that we're going to have we'll have success with a vaccine. I think it's going to take a while. So, 18 months from now, I'm hoping we've all gotten a vaccine and we're living for the most part how we used to. I think about, being part of the IAMers group. We have our European meetings, and, Diana Upton does a great job of finding fascinating locations for us to go visit, right? I think that some of those European meeting cities and even some of the smaller tourist destinations in Europe are going to have a hard time coming back to where they used to be. I just think that folks are going to be a lot less willing to get on an airplane and go places. And so I think that's going to make a big difference for those locales. But, it's a lot to be seen still.
Well, you share the view of the oracle of, what's his name? What's that famous financial guy?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett sold all his airline stock, so you're probably right. Well, in any event, Jim, it's really kind of you to spend time with me today, and thank you very much for joining us.